Okay, we're going to make this a quick video of how to transplant this. And where's my other glove? I saw there were some brown widow eggs in here, or black widow eggs. So I'm going to wear my gloves while I do this. I usually don't. If I can find the eggs, I'll show them to you. But I saw a lot in here, and here they are. Ay caramba. So you know to be careful. I don't know where the spider is, but in this little web here, all these are, let's see in the camera, all these are the eggs. The whitest ones are probably the freshest ones, and the darker ones have already hatched. Probably nothing in there, but there might be some in here. Nevertheless, I'll discard these and get on with my video because it just did start drizzling on me. So what I gotta do here, trying not to get bit by the mother spider. I've already taken this out of the pot to loosen it up. It was in there kind of tight. Okay, let's get rid of that. Ouch. And normally I would just kind of break this apart, but this plant is really old, and you could see that when they root, the roots will actually turn into another plant and come on up. What I want to do is get some that I could fit in these little containers here, so I could separate them and give them as gifts. Or I don't want to damage my knife. Don't want to damage the knife, so I'll get a block of wood here to go ahead and hit this down with my hammer. Okay. What's that doing for us? Okay, good. So we've got some taken off here, and that's about the size I want for this pot. I'm going to go ahead and break off a little more of this rooting here. Make sure that this is going to fit in there like I want it to. Kind of off center, but people can repot them when they get them. Then I've got this soil here that I picked up for $6 at the big commercial nursery. It's what is this? Super soil, super quality soil, potting soil. I don't know if there's any nutrients in it or not, but we're going to go ahead and use this. Check how deep we need it. The plant's about at my finger here, so we're going to put in about this much soil at the bottom. Not that much. Not that much either. And this soil will compress when I wet it. So let's get that in there. That looks, you know, I want to break off a little more rooting. A little more of this bottom stuff. Got some nice roots there. And that's a little deeper than I want it. Throw in one more little handful. Okay. Again, this is a quick video. You can see what it looks like in there. I'm going to go ahead and fill around the outside edges. Shake it down in there. We got some backfilling to do here. Then we're just going to go ahead and put some water in it real quick, so bear with me. Oh, this is good because my sister wanted me to do some transplanting for her of this same plant. That was my mother's plant. Rest in peace, Mom. And so actually I could send this video to my sister and pause for a minute. Got myself a pie tin so I could set it underneath here and lean that over a little bit. Okay, Now all we're going to do is go ahead and pour the water in there. Make sure that's nice and straight. As the water drains in, it'll fill up the pot in the bottom and soak up some more water at the bottom there. And that's how you transplant your snake leaf plant. I don't know the scientific name, but this is the idea. And I'm going to make it very wet, and then I'm going to let it dry out nearly all the way. You squeeze the pot a little bit, shake it down, give it a good watering, and there you have it. That's about all you got to do for watch out for that spider in there somewhere. That's about all you got to do to transplant this thing. Thanks for watching. I hope that made it easy for you. I'm going to leave the water down there so it could soak it up from the bottom, become very nice and saturated. And that's about it. There you go. What we're going to do also real quick is fill in the little void here a little bit. Okay, let's call that good. Looks like we have some runoff, so I'm going to take this out. I will take this and dump it back in my watering pail. And then I will set this back in here to sit in that runoff and absorb the water from the bottom up. Make sure everything's good and saturated. Again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you have not. I'm almost near 1,000 subscriptions, and that's what I need to really get my party started. Okay, I'm going to continue planting these, and if you subscribe, you'll be able to see the outcome of this in the future. I'll keep updating on the growth and how it's working out. Real quick, ouch, kicked my sprinkler. Quick view of some other stuff. My dragon fruit starts. You could see there was a lot of good roots in there. A lot of good roots going on in that plant. My plumerias that I started 8/28. I wrote 7/28 for some reason, but dang, supposed to be started on 8/28. And these will be started, and I'll be giving them as gifts or taking donations for them. Here's a couple I started also, and I started them with the flower stalks. And all these leaves were closed originally. The white spots are where I cut off the big drooping leaves like this one here that I decided to leave on just for an experiment. Here's another big thick one I started. And I cut off all the big leaves and left these little leaves on it. And that was put in on July 17th. And everything's doing really good. Here is a kale plant that my sister had pulled out of her garden and gave me it to have some kale. And I replanted it and have been taking leaves off as needed. Here's my mint plant. This mint plant was just the kind you buy at the supermarket, the cut off ones, and plastic near the lettuce and kale or spinach and everything. And I put them in cups of water originally, started some roots on them, and then put a couple in each one of these cups, and they're doing real good. Papaya tree started from some little seeds, and I had dug it out of the ground where I started them by my kitchen door and put it in here to get it going. Here is a lemon tree seed, and that was also in the ground outside my kitchen door area, and when I noticed it, I dug it out and replanted it. And if you want to see what happens when you put your dragon fruit in a cup of water, you'll get these kind of roots on it, which are super good and healthy. And it doesn't rot it out. Just make sure you dry your dragon fruit cut end off really, really well, so that you don't rot it at the bottom. Because if you don't let the bottom dry out first, it's going to go rotten. I think that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and you'll be able to see the progress on all these plants that I'm often growing. Okay, adios. You.